Hi, Siddharth. Hello. Hello.
Good morning, ma'am. We are waiting for the participants, so we will start in 5 minutes.
I thought you wanted to do a dry run and check the audio and video before you started.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just uploading my photo, means the backdrop which I have to use.
Okay.
Done by you. Some things look better, baby. Just passing through. I'm not gonna lie, no.
This is nice. This is nice, no?
Ice cold, Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece. Living it up in the city. So with Saint Laurent, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty.
Suman, you can hear me, no? Suman,
Yes, ma'am.
you can hear me clearly?
Yeah, ma'am. You are audible.
You can see me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So I'll play some music while we're waiting for people to join. When you want me to stop, just let me know. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too high. Girl, say hallelujah.
It'll be nice if I can actually share this. You'll also be able to see.
Just watch.
Ma'am, are you asking about the songs?
Sorry, my dear. What did you say?
Ma'am, you told that you wanted to share, so you.
Oh, I want to share. I usually use Google Meet and I share the screen on my television so I can see everything so much better, especially when I'm taking the warm up and the cool down. So I'm trying to figure how to share this screen on my, what do you call it? On my television.
Ma'am, there is one option below of share screen, so if you can try out from
There's
there.
one participant can share at a time, multiple, and then advanced sharing options. Who can share? All participants who no.
Sorry,
I don't think.
Sure.
I don't think this is the one. Like it needs to just like extend the same screen onto the television. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am. The screen which will appear at that moment, it will come that only.
When I choose the option of share screen,
Yes, ma'am.
it says basic desktop one. Wait, yeah. Advanced. Oh, okay. So portion of screen, video, slides as virtual background, computer audio, video, and then you got files. No, I think if I choose any one of these, right, I think, I'm not sure. I think it's going to just share it on this particular one. Should I choose one? Like it says desktop one, it says iPhone pad via AirPlay, and it says iPhone via cable finder applications.
Yes, ma'am, you can try. I think the link can come, or I think the
It's okay, leave it, no problem. It's time to start anyway, so we'll start. Whenever
okay.
you all are ready, it's 6:59.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna wait for some more time.
Yes, ma'am. We'll wait for 5 minutes and then we'll.
Okay, let me figure out how to do this then.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mute myself, yeah? I want to
Yeah,
check a video.
sure.
just watch. Don't believe me, 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 just watch. Funk you up, uptown funk you up, funk you up, uptown funk you up. I said funk you up, uptown funk you up, funk you up, uptown funk you up. Come on, if you said and flown it, if you said don't own it, don't own it. Don't own it, if you said and flown it. Just watch. Just watch. That's the motto. Throw back with no chaser, with no trouble. Up in that moe, baby, let's make some bubbles. Puffing on that gelato. Wanna be seeing double. Gotta do what you gotta believe it. All of your friends to be. Oh, we get it. Oh, you know. Pop a few champagne bottles. Like you just won the lotto. Champagne bottles. Tell me, did I just that's the motto. Can't feel my face, the windows down.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So we are about to start with the session. So a very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all present here. This is Suman Kumar, a student of IFM College, and I am today the host for the ongoing Health Short series. So this series is a part of a greater named Kanyathon. So talking about Kanyathon, it is an annual sports event organized by students of IFM College, the JAGSM, the Vijay Bhumi University. This year, it is back with its 11th edition, and the mission of Kanyathon is to empower women and girls who we achieved through this our own skill education center called the Kanyathon Shiksha Kendra, a digital education center. And for this, we have raised about 48 lakh in donations for the cause. And we have successfully distributed them in the 5 villages which we have adopted in Kola. So now moving further, our topic for today is benefits of warm-up, and we are honored to have Miss Timtim Sharma with us. Timtim Sharma is an internationally certified trainer, a yoga instructor, runner, and a nutrition coach. She's a Brooks India athlete, a marathoner, super randownneur, and triathlete, having won numerous running events across the country, including the Tata Mumbai Marathon 2020 in her age category. And she has also won a national medal. She is also a national medal winner in Swimming Masters 2021. So I would now like the participants to stay keen throughout the session, as we have a health buzz quiz at the end of the session. And also we have exciting prize for our winners. So I urge everyone to stay tuned and be active till the end of the session. The winners will be chosen based on the Instagram post, and they have to post with the hashtags, and whoever posts the first answer in the Kanyathon page will be awarded as the winner. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, Suman. A very good morning to everybody. All of you look half asleep. So do me a favor. First of all, everyone turn your videos on. I want to see the faces of the people that I'm speaking with, right? Now, Suman gave a whole list of things. She's done this, she's done this, she's done this, she's done this. And it may be a little overwhelming. So I'm going to just kind of break it down for you. Everyone can hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this is because obviously like only one person can talk, which is going to be me, and everyone's looking at me, right? So I need you guys, if you have to say something, you obviously have the chat session, and you can pop a question in. If you have something very, very important to say immediately, just raise your hand and just say that I need to say it immediately. If I say, is it okay? Show me a thumbs up. If it's not okay for you, do a thumbs down. Fair enough? Everyone's with me on this? There's so many pages. I'll have to keep going. Tamanna, Sanya, so many of you have not turned your camera on. Come on, turn it on. Turn your cameras on as well, please. Okay. So for those of you who want to understand, I am assuming a lot of you are first time runners and you're doing it because this is Kanyathon. It's like your own university event, or rather college event, and you want to support it. For those of you who want to understand a little bit better, I have been running for the last 10 years, right? So I started running in 2012. Of course, I had a lot of, my journey in itself, it's a 10-year long journey. So I've had injuries. I've had some very, very tough times, depressing times. There was a time that I was training for the Indian full marathon record. The training was too intense. My body couldn't handle it. I wasn't doing a lot of things right. And I got injured very badly, which took me off activity, fitness for about 2 years, right? And at that point in time, I understood, because when you pick up a sport like running, right? You start running, it's very exciting. Like you have these happy hormones, then you post on social media, you get so many likes, and everyone's like, wow, you're amazing. And you get more motivated and you do more. And suddenly the distance increases, then the time increases, and suddenly you're pushing yourself into so many different zones which your body is not used to, right? And during my journey, I understood a few things. Obviously, like down the road, I started picking up more certifications because I wanted to. When I got injured very badly, it was a very tough time for me. And I figured that I cannot be dependent on anybody else, because I was paying a lot of money. I'd gone to some fantastic coaches. I spent a lot of money on my rehabilitation also, but I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. So I was like, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and I'm going to start studying again. So that's when I started studying about the human body. I got my trainer certifications. I got my yoga certifications. I used yoga to come back into fitness myself, because when you take a 2-year long break, your muscle attrition happens, your stamina goes, this goes, that goes. And when all of these things happen, then you want something to save you. When I was in college, which is a very, very long time back, I used to be We used to try to be those cool kids who used to go out for smokes, and we used to go out for drinks and things like that, which is not very beneficial to your health at that point in time, but you don't realize it, right? So even the journey back into fitness incorporated quitting a lot of these habits that I had incorporated over the last many years, right? One of the main, like, I can continue this story for a very long time, but one of the main learnings that I had when I started, or when I got injured and I came back from injury, was the importance of a warm up and a cool down. Now, most of the time it's boring, na? Ki kaun karega yaar? Like, you guys understand Hindi also, right? You're like, who's gonna do warm up? It's so slow, it's so boring, and who'll do stretches at the end? Let's just do the workout. Like, running is fun. Like, get into it, start running, get your happy hormones, get your sweat on, and then feel really good. And then after that, head out for a breakfast and chill out with your friends. But, and especially for most of you, because most of you are still in your, I think, late teens or early 20s, the body is still extremely resilient. As you get older, your recovery process becomes a lot harder. It becomes slower. And the way that you treat your body in your earlier days is what is going to eventually take you longer, right? Like, you will be healthy longer, you'll be fitter longer. Otherwise, we have so many people who play, say, sport semi-professionally at the college or the uni level, and then they have like some certain really bad injuries, and down the road you see that they are not that fit anymore. I mean, there are a lot of stories that I have seen personally, we have heard, we have seen on TV and things like that as well. So just to make things simple, I think most of you would have you would have got like your first two-wheelers in college right now, right? So when you get your two-wheeler, do you just turn it on and sida like take off? No, right? Especially in the winter, you'll turn it on, then you'll rev it for some time, you'll accelerate for some time, you'll get the engine to warm up, and then you'll move into the actual movement, or wherever you want to go, here, go there, correct? So if you can be so careful with a vehicle, then why are you not careful with your own body? You have to understand, like, usually we will get our runs in either in the morning or we'll get it in the evening. Most of the day is usually classes. The maximum that you might be doing if you have classes in different places is that you walk to different classes. But other than that, the activity levels that are there would be relatively low. So your body temperature is low. The body is not ready to go into a catatonic state where you are like pumping energy and things like that at that point in time. So warm-ups are very important to get your body ready to take it through the intense activity that you will be taking it through, whether it is in the form of running, and this goes for everyone, right? Whether it is in the form of, for example, yoga, or now you have mobility flows, you have animal flows, right? They're all different derivatives of the original, which is your yoga asanas. Even when you do yoga asanas, you will be seeing a lot of like deep asanas, which are like huge, like crazy ass stretches, or you have crazy ass like poses, handstands, things like that you're doing. You don't go into it immediately. You prepare the body for it. Because if you suddenly stretch it or you suddenly do things, there will be a tendency for the body to hurt or injure itself. And the same thing goes for your pull-ups, or if you're, example, lifting heavy in the gym, lifting, all of that, it has the same derivative. The fundamental understanding is a warm-up is a preparatory setup to put your body through intense activity. Okay. Now, there is two types of stretching. One is dynamic stretching. One is passive stretching. If we were in a classroom, I would love to have had a more interactive session where you guys were also talking to me. But since it's more like a monologue, I'll continue. So in dynamic stretching, just as the name suggests, dynamic is what? It has change, it has movement, right? So in dynamic stretching, it'll be more movement based. So the idea is what? you slowly start activating your body, and then you prepare it. And the movement should be similar to the main set of workout that you're doing. So if you're doing like a full body compound exercises, then you will warm up the entire body. If you're doing specific for running, again, let's move specific, because I want to do like a warm-up session and a cool down session for all of you as well. You all are still looking sleepy. I don't think I'm that boring, but okay. So when specific to running, a lot of us think the most obvious thing that we do is we are using our legs, correct? One step. So many people say running is so motivating. It is only one step in front of the other. You keep moving. All of that happens, right? So very simple. You know your legs are being used, correct? So your legs need to be warmed up. That is the main center of activity that is happening. One step in front of the other. In your leg, you have different muscle groups. You obviously have the sole of your foot. You have the ankle joint. You have the calf. You have the knee, which is taking
that legs, but
which you're taking impact on. Then you have the calf. Then you have the main thigh, the front of the thigh, which is known as the quadricep. And then you have the back, which is known as the hamstring. All of these are connected to what? The glutes. The glutes is what we very commonly and casually call the ass, right? So the glute is like a big impact bearer. It takes all of the shock. The glute is connected to what? The spine, correct? So the spine also, when now all of you have done biology in school and you know that you have a lot of vertebrae, right? And the vertebrae also, between the vertebrae, you have a lot of fluid. And this fluid takes a lot of impact. So it compresses, it decompresses. Now, when we are running, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, whatever is your body weight, at any given point in time, you are only on one foot. So your entire body weight, the impact is being taken by one leg, correct? The other leg is in the air, then the impact is taken on the other leg. Now, I am 57 kgs, okay? For the sake of simplicity, because my maths is not very good, we'll say my weight is 60 kgs, right? 60 kgs, 1 foot is 60, but because of the simple fact that I am flying in air and there is something called gravity, when it pulls me in, there is an increased load or an increased impact which happens. When that increased impact happens, it is 1 to 3 times your body weight, depending on the intensity of the run or the speed of the run that you're going in. So imagine in one step, I'm taking 60 into 3, 180 kgs in one step. In 1 minute, cadence is the rate of running. Chuck, 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 right? One step in front of the other. On an average, we take about 160 steps, which is 80 on one and 80 on the other, in 1 minute. So aap imagine karo, just imagine 180 is one step. In 1 minute, I'm taking 180 kgs into 160 or into 80 on one leg. Can you imagine the kind of impact? And I'm running, like when I run my marathon, for example, the full that I did that in 3 hours, 30 minutes. Can you understand or can you fathom the impact that my vertebrae is taking, that my butt is taking, that my different joints are taking? I'm talking about me, but remember this happens to you too when you're running, whether it is for a 5 kilometer or a 10 kilometer or a half marathon. So when you're going to be putting your body through so much torture, you must give it love, right? So number one reason that you must, now if I can see some of you I think are writing also, so I'll give you some points to keep in mind. Number one, it should be dynamic. You should be movement based when you're doing your warm up, and it helps to ease your body into the activity. 2, it should be mimicking, or it should be warming up those muscles which are going to be utilized mainly in the activity. So for specific to running, even though it is the legs that we are using, you are also running with your core. We should do a theory on running only, like a theory session on running at some time. But you will use your core, you will use your arms. There is something called running form. You will use your arms. And obviously at any point in time, the entire body is taking the impact, right? It is very important to warm up your body right. Bring it up to a temperature. As you start warming it up, your body temperature goes up. When your body temperature goes up, your brain gets active. So it starts throwing neural impulses. When the neural impulses start, what happens? There are changes which happen in the body. The body starts pumping more blood. The circulation improves, right? When the circulation improves, the oxygen flow improves. When the oxygen flow improves, the muscles start opening up and they're more ready to start taking that impact, right? So these are all different things that happen. Now, I don't know how many of you use a smartwatch, but if you do and you read your HR, right, whether it's a smartwatch or it's an activity tracker which does heart rate monitoring, you'll notice that when you do something which is more intense, your heart rate goes up, right? So even when your heart rate goes up, it should go up slowly. So warm up is again doing that. It's making a lot of physiological changes in your body, making it ready for the activity that you're doing. And final, one more point that I want to say is, so we have joints, right? We have joints. In our joints, you have ligaments, you have tendons, correct? And a lot of times when you do sudden activity, ligaments and tendons start hurting, correct? Or there is a tear which happens. When you start warming up your body, there is something called synovial fluid, which flows into these joints, which assists in taking impact. So this warm up also assists in preventing those injuries caused due to sudden activity, okay? So it improves your range of motion. It makes you more efficient. It does so many more things. Let's get into a warm up and then I'll speak to you about cool down. Some of you might find that this warm up is almost like a workout. So if you need to take rest, you take rest, no problem. But I would like for you to keep in mind, even if you do at least 40 to 50% of what I am showing you today or of what I'm putting you through today, you will be doing a lot of benefit for your system or for your body in the long run. Okay? Cool. Everyone's ready to do warm up. They're like, yes, please. Enough. So much you gave us theory. So get up. Let me be able to see you guys. I'll play some music. You all can still hear me? You all can hear me? Good. Okay. So we're going to start. We're going to start fairly slow. We're going to start with neck up and down. So I want you to stand hip distance apart, your feet. Neck up and down. 1, 2, we go for 5. 3, come on up. 4, 5. Go to shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Neck rotations. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder rolls. So roll your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, and change. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm swings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, 8. Bring your feet together. Go in for thoracic rotations. Make sure your arms are straight. Twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, 8. Hands out. Circles. 1. Arm circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't bend your elbows. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your arms out. Hug. Open. Other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go for 10, 8, 9, 10. Hip rotations. So feet hip distance apart, maybe slightly more. Go around the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Bring your hands. Make fists with your hands. Bring your right ankle up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee kick out. Don't jerk your knee. Just kick it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Place your foot down. Open it out. Go and put it. Openers. Open. Pick it up. Bring it in. 2. Bring it in. 3. In. 4. In. 5. In. Double time. Make it faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop and other leg. Ankle. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 3, 2, 1. Kick outs. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Easy, okay? 5, 6, 7. No jerking. 8. Open. Bring it in. 2. In. 3. In. 4. In. 5. In. Double time. Let's go. 1, 2, 4, 5. Good. Now I'm just going to change the angle of the camera. We'll do leg swing. Come face the wall. Make sure that you have 1 arm distance between the wall and you. Open your leg out to the side. Swing it in front. Go for 8 of these. 2, 3. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn. Make sure that your swinging leg is in the center and swing front and back. Feel it on the standing leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Change other leg back to facing the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Turn front and back. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. 8. Come back to the mat. We'll open out our hamstrings a little bit now. So let's go. Extend your waist to the floor. Don't bend your knees. Go. 1. Go for 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Ready for hinges. Put your hands behind your head. Make sure your elbows are open. Feet up. Wide. Do not bend your knees. If you slightly bend your knees, you're going to hinge from your hip. Down, up. Feel it in the back of your legs. 2, up, 3, up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Come on up. We'll do walking lunges. Walking lunges is a great way to start warming up your legs, the different muscles of your legs. So, place one foot in front, come up onto the ball of your foot at the back foot, bring your knee down, hover it above the ground, pick it up, pick up this leg, bring it forward and repeat on the other side. Right? So let's do 10 of these. Let's go. 1, walk in front. 2, walk. 3, back straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Come on up onto your toes. Extend your arms out. We're going to walk on our toes. This is very good to warm up your calves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Heel strike. Go onto your heels. Settle your bum down a little bit. Go into your heels and start walking again. This is very good to avoid shin splints. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Now I want you to do some more lengthening of your legs. So we'll do what is called toy soldiers. So you're going to take opposite hand diagonal. So right leg, left hand. Bring your left hand down, right leg up. Touch. 2, toy soldiers. Let's go for 10 of these. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Now we're going to do high knees. Activating our anaerobic muscles. So, bring your hands in front of you. High knees is bring your knees up to your hands. Only it's going to be faster than this. Start with this. Same pace. I'll make you increase intensity. Don't worry. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. We'll do butt kicks. Slow version. Butt kicks, very simple. Kick your own butt with your heel. 1, 2, 3. Stay on the balls of your feet. 4. Stay light. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Now the same thing, double time. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. High knees, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Butt kicks, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slow down, come into jog. I'm now going to teach you one of my favorite stretches, which is one of my favorite warm-up exercises. Now that we are relatively warmed up, our joints are easy, our muscles are ready, they become a little supple. I'm going to teach you the world's greatest stretch. It's called the world's greatest stretch. You take your right leg, bring it out forward. Stay on your left ball of the foot. Bring your left hand down onto the floor. Right? Extend your right hand up. From here, bring your right elbow to the floor. Take it back up. Twist. 2, twist. We'll do 5 of these. And then we'll go into the hip flexor. So you finish 5 this. Then you frame your foot. If you want, you can place your knee on the floor. If you want it harder, you can keep your knee floating. From here, bring it back. Toe pointed up towards the ceiling. Come on forward. So this warms up your hip flexor and hamstring. Flexor and hamstring. Do 5 of these. Come back into plank. Hold for 5 seconds. Why? Because I want you to activate your core. Then bring your left leg out. Twist. And do the same thing on the other side. If you want it easier, place your right knee on the floor. If you want it a little bit harder, keep it floating. If you're ready, we'll get into it. We'll do 2 rounds of this and that will close our warm-up for the day. All right? So starting in 3, 2, 1. Bring your right leg out. Bring your left hand down. I'll show it to you the frontal view. Extend, twist. Bring your right elbow to the floor. 1. Come on up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Take your right hand. Frame your right leg with it. One side left hand, one side right hand. That's a frame that you created. Now, bring it back. Hamstring. Bring it forward. Flexor. 2. Forward. 3. Forward. 4. Forward. 5. Forward. Bring your right leg back. Come into 4. Stay here. 5. Plank. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring your left leg forward. Twist. Let's go. 5. Up. 4. Up. 3. Up. 2. Up. 1. Up. Frame your foot. Front and back. Let's go. 1. Forward. 2. Forward. 3. Forward. 4. Forward. 5. Forward. Bring other leg forward. Come into standing. And now you are ready to start with your run. If you're looking at running, again, when you're going to be taking it up to running, you will start slowly. So you start with a jog and then you move into a faster run. Are you guys feeling warm? Yes? Who wants more warm up? Bahut ho gaya. Thanks, Timtim. Don't want any more. You can also add jumping jacks to this. We are running short on time. That's why I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. You can add jumping jacks. These are all very good dynamic exercises, which will help prepare your body for future. I've given you a whole bunch. I think we did it for 10, 12 minutes now. Even if you do 6 to 7 minutes of this before your run, it'll be fantastic for you. All right. I want to now speak to you about cool down. Just like you guys can have a sip of water or whatever it is that you would like. Don't sit down. You can walk around, okay? Because your body is still warm. I'm sitting down because I want to speak to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. So now cool downs are more passive, right? So you ease into a cool down. Again, the way we gradually brought our body up into a state where it was able to take impact and high impact exercise. Similarly, from that state, we want to bring it back down. What happens is when you're doing something like running, when you're doing any high impact activity, like I said to you before, gravity works. What does gravity do? It pulls everything down. So when you're moving, when you're working out, all the blood starts pooling to your lower extremities. Okay. Now, when you suddenly stop working out, there are times people work out and then they faint in your gym or like on the road or whatever it is. The reason for that is that they've not bought or they've not prepared the body to come into a state where it reduces the impact. Suddenly, when you stop, the heart rate falls. When the heart rate falls, suddenly the blood pressure falls. when the blood pressure falls, there's not enough circulation that is happening in your system. So all the blood will rush down towards your legs. Why? Because to go up to your head, it has to go against gravity, right? So automatically there is less circulation here. So what happens? You feel woozy and then you fall. That's what happens. So you have to ensure that you ease it, right? Control the post-workout blood flow, avoid the pooling. You also realize when you work out really hard, sometimes there are times that you can't move. Like legs only won't move, no matter how much effort. Like in your mind, you have energy. Everywhere you have energy, but the legs won't move because it's a physiological action. There is something called lactic acid which is formed in your system, right? And that makes your legs heavy. So when you, or legs or arms or whatever, when you're lifting, right? So when lactic acid is formed, the easiest way is to give it a little bit of time and reduce impact for the body to flush out. It automatically flushes out lactic acid, but reducing the activity levels helps. It also helps in something called DOMS. DOMS is delayed onset muscle soreness. वो होता है ना, आज वर्कआउट किया कल पेन, oh what good feels I have, sweet sweet pain. That is delayed onset of muscle soreness. It happens in every kind of activity, and to reduce it or to reduce the soreness, doing cool down or static stretching is fantastic. Okay, of course it increases your flexibility. Like I said to you, constant same repetitive motion, what happens? Your muscles start compressing. They start compressing, they become really tight, and if you don't elongate it, it does not come to its normal working condition, which means your range of motions get affected. I love this guy, man. Who's this? Starlin. Starlin's like standing there and he's moving. I love it. It's awesome. Kick ass. Keep doing that. And of course, it prevents in injury and it improves recovery. Recovery for y'all are so young, you won't realize it today. But 5 or 10 years later, you'll remember, oh, Timtim had said something, as you grow older, recovery, I'm feeling it. So anyway, 7:46, I wanted to open it for Q&A, but I want to do a quick cool down with you guys. It'll take about 10 minutes. Hopefully all of you are, and this is specific to running, right? So we'll do specific to running cool down, things that are going to really, really help you, and try to keep it in mind. These guys, Suman is recording this session, or whoever it is recording this session. So if you all want, you all can take a copy of this or whatever and refer to it later as well. It will help you in your journey. Okay. So if you have, we'll start with standing stretches, then we move more into lying down. Okay. So start, get up, everyone, stand. So what we've done a lot of running. Our entire body is really, really tight. So the first exercise that I would like to start with is your calf stretch, right? Because this has taken a lot of impact. A lot of us find tight calf, right? So there are multiple calf stretches that you can do. The easiest one that is accessible to all of us is either you stand on a stair and you push one leg down. I'll actually show it to you. I'll stand on this chair and do it. Because this is the one that is the most effective, that I like the most, right? But you can do, I'll show you the same thing on the wall as well. So you stand, you have one foot in front, you have one foot at the back, you're on the ball of the foot, and you push your ankle down, right? This really gives you deep stretching. So this is one. And then of course you do it on the other side, right? So that is your calf stretch. How will you do it on the wall? You're going to just mimic this same, here. This is the wall. You're going to mimic the same activity. You're going to place your right foot on the wall. Your left foot is behind. Your hands are going to be touching the wall. And then you come up onto the ball of your foot at the back. So your body weight will come in front. And you will feel a deep stretch in the leg that is in front. So everybody get into it. Come on. I'll give you 5 seconds. 4. Get into the position. 3, 2, 1. Hold this here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right leg. Place your left leg on the wall. Come up onto your toes on the right leg and go in for a counter stretch on the left side. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I would like you to release your leg. Take 2 steps back. Make sure that your legs, your knees are locked. Push your butt out. Sink, find an arch in your back. Extend your hands out. Right? So extend your hands out. Make sure your elbows are not bent. Push it, extend, let your head hang loose. So you will feel a stretch in your hamstrings, in your glutes, in your back, in your shoulders. Stay in this position. Come on, I'll give you 5 seconds to get into this position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7. You all sit a lot in front of computers. This is very good for posture as well. Your general posture correction, this is very, very, very good for it. Hold it here and release. Fantastic. Now I'm going to show you some other standing stretches without support. You can take support. You can take the support of a chair if you like, or the wall if you like. We'll do a quadricep stretch. Like I said to you, quadricep is what? It is this muscle over here. This takes a lot of impact. So we'll start with the right leg. Take your right ankle, bring it to your right glute. You can use your right hand to hold it. If you're feeling very comfortable, use your left hand also. We don't want to work on balance over here. So if you're feeling like a little imbalanced, use support with your left hand. If you're feeling very strong, you can just stay this way. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, don't bounce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release this leg. We'll go in for an IT band stretch. Cross your right leg. Cross it in front of your left leg. What is IT band? It's the iliotibial band, which starts from your hip. It comes to your knee. So you know there is sometimes you get a lot of pain over here. That is your IT band syndrome. Lot of runners suffer from IT band. It takes a lot of impact. Extend both of your hands out. Fold forward. So hinge from your hip. Fold forward. Bring your hands to touch the floor. And if you can, bring your forehead to touch the shin. And stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, come on up. Release. Hold your right wrist with your left palm. Extend your arms
Does
up.
that play the song Wanna Hold Your Hand Right Now?
Fold. And start bending towards the left and look up at the ceiling from under your right armpit. Stay here. 10, 9. So you'll feel a full stretch on the lateral side of your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, release, uncross. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So let's do our left quadricep stretch. So bring your left heel to your glute and stay here. There'll be a tendency for your knee to come away from the other knee. Make sure your knees are together, right? That's how you feel a deeper stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, cross, extend, fold. Sink it down, stay here. 10, 9, 8,
Sorry,
7,
I don't know that one.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Hold your left wrist with your right palm. Bend towards the right. Look up at the ceiling from under your left armpit. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, come on down, fold forward. So uncross your legs, fold forward, come into a standing forward fold. Try to avoid bending your knees. If you cannot touch the floor, that's okay. Wherever you can, like suppose you can hold your calf, lengthen your spine and pull your chest in. Stay here. If you can touch the floor, try to bring your palm down to the floor, the base of the palm. Stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down onto your knees. Come into a kneeling position. Bring your right leg out. This is a 90-90 position. Why 90-90? See, 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here. Now this right leg, I want you to slide it a little bit more forward. Make sure your hips are square. So there'll be a tendency to open your hips, turn it around, face the wall or face the front. And from here, I want you to sink your hip down to the floor. Try to bring your left quadricep to touch the floor. Flatten your back foot, right? This is a hip flexor stretch. Takes a lot of impact during running. Stay here. 10, 9. This slow counting is for passive stretching, for cool down. For warm-ups, it was more dynamic. It was faster. You all can see the difference. 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to bring this hip back. You're going to straighten your front knee. You're going to point this toe up towards the ceiling. You're going to sink down from your hip. If this is where you can feel the stretch in the back of your right leg, stay here. If you can go deeper, place your hands down. If you can go further deeper, place your hands away. And stay here. Try to bring your chest to the shin. Stay here for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your right leg in. Bring your left leg out. Sink it down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So do your left hip flexor. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into your hamstring. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want to give you 2 more stretches which you must incorporate in your regular cool downs. Lie down on your back. Pick up your right leg. Place your right ankle on your left knee. Pull your left knee in. So you take your right hand. The triangle that is created, slide it under, hold your shin. Take your left hand around, hold your shin. Pull this knee in to your chest. This is the piriformis stretch. Piriformis gets very, very tight, and that creates a lot of problems like sciatica, lot of like hip issues. So this is a very important stretch. Please, please, please keep this in mind. Stay here. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, release your left leg. Take your right knee, keep it bent, take your left hand, hold the outside of your right knee with your left hand, extend your right hand out shoulder height, twist from your torso and bring your right knee over your left thigh towards the floor. Look at your right hand fingertips, make sure your right shoulder blade is on the ground and stay here. This is called the supine twist. This is very good for spinal decompression, which is your spine, lengthening or creating space between the spinal vertebrae. Stay here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee to the center, extend it out, bring your left leg in, bend your right knee, place your left ankle on your right knee, pull your right knee in, come into the lying figure 4 stretch. Stay here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, release your right leg, come into your supine twist, bend your left knee, take your right hand, support the outside of your knee, left hand out, shoulder height, looking at your left hand fingertips. Stay here, keeping the left shoulder blade on the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, release, relax. If you want to go to sleep, you can do so. Go into Shavasana. But other than that, we're kind of done with our cool down. I would like to incorporate a few more, but I think this is a good place to start from. Your body will feel quite relaxed. I think, I hope you all are feeling better. I would like to open the floor up for questions in case, okay, Stalin's showing me thumbs up. Super. So I hope it's kind of, you guys have understood the difference between what a warm up is, what a cool down is, how it helps. And if you happen to have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Now is a good time to do so. I don't bite. So if you have any questions, and this question can be related to running, it can be related to lifting, it can be related to yoga, mobility. If you have any issues, you can ask me, feel free to ask me. I'm a very good resource to have. I have learned the hard way by injuring myself. So learn from me, right? If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. No? Nobody's asking. Everybody else so have got their screen also off. Only on the first screen, people have got their screens on. Okay. If you guys are feeling shy here, that's okay. Okay, Stalin is the man. Okay, you had an ankle injury a few years back. Can you not unmute yourself and ask me? Can we not do that, Suman? Can we unmute him?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Yes, Stalin, ask me.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, so what I was saying is I had a right ankle ligament tear while playing volleyball.
Okay.
After that, like you said, I'm also having that same story of losing all the fitness and everything after that.
Yes.
So what my concern is, will my leg hurt again while running?
So my question to you in this case would be, one is, what was the grade of the tear that you had with your ligament?
I didn't go to I did went to hospital to get the X-ray and everything. They said that it's just a normal ligament tear, so just apply a warm bandage and everything. I didn't go any.
I assume, because see, if you went to the hospital and they sent you back like this, then I assume it was not a ligament tear. I think it could have been a sprain, or the ligament could have become a little lax. What I mean is that currently, when you do anything like more intense, do you have a tendency to sprain your ankle many times because your ligament has become more like the elasticity, it's become too stretched, right? So in that case, what I would suggest you do is, one is, of course, you will need to do your ankle strengthening exercises. I don't know if you've not got X-ray. I don't think you would have gone physio also. So I don't know if you all have a gym, but basically you can take certain resistance bands and you can start doing added resistance exercises just to make your ankle a lot stronger. 2 is, make sure that you get proper shoes. Okay, and get stability shoes. So you have different kinds of shoes. For example, the shoes that I'm wearing today are racing shoes, right? So they are a little bit higher, they are more aggressive. For my general running, I will use more stable shoes. So they are a little lower, they have a little bit of cushioning, they give me support, right? So get supportive shoes, because you anyway have a tendency that your ankle will keep spraining.
Yes, ma'am.
And take ankle support. So you have a lot of really cool products which are there, which support your ankle. They look also very fancy. You can do the taping, taping. So you can do taping to support your ankle. This is more from a perspective of prevention is better than cure. Because with your leg, what is going to happen is, because of the fact that it is not strengthened and it is already lax, you will continuously keep hurting it. Is it towards the outside?
It's towards the outside.
Yeah. So it'll keep happening like that. So instead, tighten. When you know this is a problem, reduce that range of motion. Tighten it, use that ankle support, use stability shoes. That will avoid it. Your ankle won't hurt. It won't hurt unless you keep spraining it. Then it'll hurt. Just for running, just this mechanism of running will not hurt you. Okay. I hope that is clear. Do you have any more questions? You guys can feel free to like reach out to me later also, not a problem. I'm on IG, Timtim Sharma. Feel free to reach out to me if you're feeling too shy right now to ask. But Stalin, that's a good thing. It's a good question. And if anybody else wants to ask any questions, please use me as a resource. Anybody else? No? Yes. Manvendra, do you want to ask something? You're doing something like that, like that. No. Okay. In which case, thank you so much, everybody, for your time, for waking up on Saturday morning. I'm sure you didn't love it too much. And back to you, Suman. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. From this session, everybody got to know that what warm-ups they should do before the marathon, which is beginning from today itself. So this session was really impressive and informative in letting us know the importance of warm-up in a daily life. And right from the stretches and till the end, you explained it everything very patiently, and it was a very good session. So
Thank you
we
so much.
all are glad in having today, ma'am. So thank you for being part of the Headshot 2022 series and sharing your valuable time with us.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure entirely. Happy running, everybody. Be safe. Take care of yourself. You guys are going to be running on regular roads. So I want to give you certain safety precautions that I'm sorry, I'm just going into it. It's just, again, prevention. Certain safety precautions that I would like for you all to keep in mind, both men and women, especially the women. Okay. Make sure you're running on the opposite side of traffic. So let the traffic be oncoming. So if something was to happen, you can at least see what is coming towards you, right? Again, do your warm-ups, do your cool downs. Girls, if you would like, you can carry a small pepper spray. Another thing that I used to do when I was in Delhi is that I used to carry my house keys and I used to make it like knuckle, I used to put my keys between my knuckles so that if someone comes, I can at least like punch them. At least like mentally I had that thought in mind. So this is specifically from the girls, from a safety perspective. Please keep that in mind. Please be safe. You all have a long life ahead. You have a long journey ahead. Don't let silly things affect it. Okay. And thank you so much for being patient with me. We call it a day.
Ma'am, I would like to give a shout out now
Oh
to
yes.
to the
Correct.
Oracle volunteers for supporting and making this event turn out into a massive heights. And Team Kanyathon is happy in announcing our sponsors for Kanyathon 2022. That is Energy Partner Red Bull, Fitness Partner Cult Fit, Breakfast Partner Unibic, Nutrition Partner Yoga Bar, and Snack Partner Licious. And also Hair Partner Cosmoderma, Electronics Partner Baron Electronics, and lastly our NGO partner Cry. So in every session we have a question, and so for this session the question is that in my speech I had mentioned that ma'am had won a running event. So name that running event and also name the year in which she has won it. I repeat, name that running event which ma'am has won and also the year in which she has won. So you can post the answers on our Instagram page, that is our Kanyathon page, with the hashtags hashtag Kanyathon, hashtag 2022, Kanyathon 2022, hashtag run for her, hashtag women empowerment. And the first one to post the answer will be awarded with exciting rewards and goodies. So we also have a session in the evening as well. So looking forward to see you all at the evening session. This is Suman signing off and hope to see you again soon. Thank you. You all may leave, right?